The world can be cruel, but sometimes kindness returns to us in the most unexpected ways. A scrap of bread, a gentle smile. It was enough to awaken a courage that saved a life. And it reminds us that heroes come in all forms. Some wear uniforms, some wear capes, and some walk on four paws. If this story touched your heart, share it with others, because somewhere out there, another child, another stray, another forgotten soul is waiting for a miracle. A little girl, kidnapped by ruthless human traffickers. Her cries went unheard, until a loyal dog sensed the unthinkable. What happened next will touch your heart and leave you breathless. The sun dipped low over the little village. Golden light danced across the fields, and children's laughter echoed through the narrow streets. Among them was Aisha, only 8 years old, her spirit as bright as the sky. She clutched her little rag doll, a companion she carried everywhere. Life was simple. Her parents worked hard in the fields, and Aisha filled their days with joy. To her, the world was safe, until that fateful evening. For weeks, traffickers had been prowling the outskirts, waiting for an opportunity. They studied the children, memorized routines, planned every detail. To them, Aisha was not a child with dreams. She was a price, a transaction, a victim. That evening, as her friends went home one by one, Aisha lingered, spinning with her doll in the fading light. That's when they struck. A van pulled up silently. Rough hands grabbed her from behind, muffling her cries. Her doll slipped from her grasp and landed in the dirt, abandoned as she was shoved into the vehicle. The van door slammed shut. In seconds, she was gone. No human eyes saw the crime, but one pair of eyes did. A stray dog, battered by life, sat near the alley. His ribs showed through his fur, his body scarred from countless battles. To the villagers, he was nothing more than a nuisance. But to Aisha, he was special. Days earlier, she had fed him half her bread, smiling as if he mattered. And for a dog who had known only rejection, that kindness was unforgettable. When the van sped away, he leapt to his feet. He didn't know where it led or what dangers waited, but he knew one thing. He had to follow. The chase began. The dog sprinted down winding roads, across broken fields, through thorn bushes that tore at his skin. His paws bled, but he pressed on. The scent of fear, the faint echo of muffled cries, these guided him through the darkness. The traffickers, laughing inside the van, never imagined they were being hunted, not by police, not by villagers, but by a stray dog who refused to give up. Hours passed. The van finally stopped in an abandoned warehouse far from the village. The traffickers dragged Aisha inside, tying her hands as she sobbed. They talked about buyers, about money, their voices cold and heartless. But in the shadows, golden eyes glowed. The dog waited. He watched as the men left her alone for a moment, mocking her helplessness. Aisha, trembling, whispered prayers through her tears. And then, she heard it. A low growl, soft but steady. She turned her head and saw him, her friend, the stray dog, the only soul who had come for her. Her eyes widened, a flicker of hope breaking through her terror. When one of the men stepped closer to silence her, the dog launched from the shadows. His jaws clamped onto the man's arm, drawing a scream that shattered the warehouse silence. The other traffickers rushed forward, but the dog darted between them, biting, growling, refusing to back down. The warehouse filled with chaos. Boxes crashed, men cursed, and in that storm of fury, the ropes around Aisha's wrists loosened enough for her to wriggle free. She seized her chance, clutching her doll, and ran toward the open door. The traffickers lunged after her, but the dog blocked their path, his body bruised yet unyielding. Every snarl, every bite bought her precious seconds of freedom. Just outside the forest road, headlights appeared. A police patrol, drawn by the strange noises, stopped. Aisha burst from the darkness, crying for help. The officers swept her into their arms, shocked and relieved to find a missing child. Then they heard the growls and shouts from inside the warehouse. They stormed in, weapons drawn, and within moments the traffickers were overpowered, handcuffed, and dragged away. Their reign of terror ended. In the center of the chaos stood the dog, bleeding, exhausted, yet still on guard. His eyes locked on Aisha until he saw she was safe. The news spread quickly. The village gathered, stunned by the story. A stray, an animal nobody wanted, had done what no human could. He had chased down monsters, fought with everything he had, and saved a little girl's life. Aisha refused to leave his side. That night, as the stars lit the sky, she held him close, whispering, "Thank you," over and over. For the first time, the dog was not invisible. He was not unwanted. He was a hero. In the days that followed, Aisha's parents adopted him. No longer a stray, he had a name, a family, and a place where he belonged. Every night, Aisha would fall asleep with her hand resting on his fur, safe and sound. The world can be cruel, but sometimes kindness returns to us in the most unexpected ways. A scrap of bread, a gentle smile. It was enough to awaken a courage that saved a life. And it reminds us that heroes come in all forms. Some wear uniforms, some wear capes, and some walk on 4 paws. If this story touched your heart, share it with others, because somewhere out there, another child, another stray, another forgotten soul is waiting for a miracle.